So now let's view a country as a blockchain, right? A blockchain can be viewed as a country. The token can be viewed as the currency of the country. And inflation of the token can be used to fund the government. That works as long as there's a fixed limit. If there's a fixed limit on the amount of inflation, let's say the federal government was only allowed to increase the money supply by 5% a year. That's less inflation that's going on right now, right? By the way, they're adding $200 billion in the past 3 months at the Fed right now. That fixed amount of income causes the government to have to prioritize and be subject to market demands for efficiency. They have to make trade-offs. What is the best investment of that fixed budget? It also aligns them with the people, right? Instead of the government and the people being in conflict with each other, the government wants a strong dollar and the people want a strong dollar, because the only way for the government to grow in its purchasing power is for the currency to grow. So this is the type of thing where blockchains can provide integrity to things like the dollar and national governments, where the current system doesn't. Current system banks are just creating money. They don't know where it's all at. They have to estimate the money supply. They don't know how much money there actually is. They can't even agree on the definition of what a dollar is in our society right now. And that's a problem. And then we have all these regulations about stable coins. Can you create dollars? Are cryptocurrencies backed by dollars? Now you got this middleman of trust, and what happens if they're lying about their reserves? It's the whole fractional reserve. Does the bank really have the gold? Except now it's dollars, and do dollars really have purchasing power? That's the problem we're in. It makes it difficult for businesses to integrate with the money, right? That was one of the big things. Make the dollar programmable, put the dollar on a blockchain. But that's just an example. So I think to be competitive in the future, the only way a country can actually be competitive, if it's got integrity in its markets, if it actually knows that it's making a profit instead of just thinking it's making a profit, right? If you are eating all your seed corn, you can't plant for next year, right? You might think, oh, there's plenty of corn, but then the future comes and time to pay, right? So as a society, we're deceiving ourselves into thinking we're productive, to thinking that there's money, to thinking we have real wealth, when in fact we don't. And that's results from a lack of integrity in our accounting practices as a government, as a banking system, and so forth.